Hi, Paul Hudson from Hudson Gore, and today we're looking at small business exemptions, which is a fairly complicated world. And this advice is applicable of the 18th of the 5th, 2016, and as always, this advice is generic in nature and you should always seek professional advice pertaining to your own circumstances before acting. We are here to help, 0293889033, or you can email at info@hudsongore.com.au. Now, the budget didn't directly change small business concessions, but we're awaiting the fine print from the legislation to see if there's any indirect effect on small business CGT concessions. One big change was the proposed scrapping of the work test for age over 65 from 2017 onwards, which would open up contributions, including what we're discussing today, to age 75. But as we stated, it's only proposed at this stage. Today we're looking at two significant small CGT concessions, and there are four, that will allow you to maximise contributions on super following the sale of the small business CGT asset. Many small business owners defer accumulating the majority of their superannuation savings until the sale of their business close to retirement. There are two significant small business CGT concessions that we will discuss, and we're assisting you in maximising your contributions to super following the sale of a small CGT asset. It is essential to understand the requirements that must be met in order to assess these valuable concessions. What is a small business? Either by having a business turning over less than $2 million a year or having a total net worth of less than $6 million. Business owners don't have to use all the CGT exemptions, they can choose which one they want to use. The first and most valuable of the small business CGT concessions is a 15-year asset exemption. To be eligible for the exemption, a person must have continuously owned and operated the business for at least 15 years, must be either over 55 and selling the business because they are retiring, or be selling the business because they are permanently incapacitated. The process from the sale of the asset that qualifies for the 15-year exemption can be contributed to super up to a lifetime limit for the 2015-16 year of 1.395 million index. The disposal of the asset must be in connection with retirement, and you must be aged 55 or over, or your retirement must be due to permanent disability. The cap is an indexed lifetime cap, so if you have previously used the entire cap, you may be able to contribute additional amounts from the sale of a different asset in a future year. So we'll look at a case study on the index lifetime cap. So Jenny ran a successful small business and had held her retirement plan for selling the business by age 63 and travelling for an extended period to make up for all those holidays she missed out when she was running the business. Now, Jenny turned 63 in March 2015, sold the property from a small business it was operated for 1.5 million. All of the requirements for the 15-year exemption were met, and Jenny used the maximum available for the 2014-15 financial year and contributed 1.355 million to superannuation. In July 2015, Jenny sold another asset where all the requirements for the 15-year exemption were also met for $50,000. Jenny was able to contribute $40,000 of the proceeds of super, being the amount by which the lifetime cap was indexed from the 2015-16 1.395 million compared to the 2014-15, which is 1.355 million. So small business operators often will have more than one asset which qualifies, and they can sell in different tax years, which can maximise the contributions. Another example we'll look at is the retirement exemption. So the capital gain for the sale of an asset that qualifies for the retirement exemption can be contributed to super up to a lifetime limit of $500,000. Where you are under age 55, the capital gain must be contributed directly to super. For someone aged 55 or over, you have the choice of whether or not to contribute to super or not. You must retain a written record of the amount of the capital gain that you have chosen to disregard, and if there is more than one CGT concession stakeholder, each stakeholder's percentage of the exempt amount. As I stated before, we are not sure how the budget will affect this, if at all. Eligibility to contribute. Amounts contributed to superannuation under the small business CGT concessions are still superannuation contributions, and the general superannuation rules regarding eligibility to contribute will apply. Previously, over age 65, then you would have had to meet a work test, but as I stated, proposed legislation from 2017 onward, this may change. What administrative requirements must be met? A contribution will only be excluded from the non-concessional contributions cap under the Small Business CGT Concessions exemption if the superannuation fund receives a completed ATO capital gains tax cap election form before or at the time the contribution is received, which is really important, obviously. A copy of the ATO capital gains tax cap election form, which is NAT 71161, is available from the ATO website. It is essential that the form is sent to the super fund before or when the contribution is paid to superannuation. There are severe penalties for trustees who accept an election form after the contribution is made. What are the time frames? The little chart I've got up there will show you the time frames that you need. Maximising the super contribution opportunity. If you do not qualify for the 15-year exemption, you may be able to increase the amount that you're able to contribute to super by electing not to apply the 50% active asset reduction. This allows a greater amount of the capital gain to be disregarded under the retirement exemption. So in conclusion, small business CGT concessions can be used to maximise contributions to super, which can greatly assist our clients with their retirement planning. It's complicated, you need advice on it. Please give us a call if you need help, 0293889033 or info@hudsongore.com.au.